everybody. Today I'm working on a fall wreath. I actually found this wreath on the side of the road. Somebody was throwing it away and I was like, nope, that's too expensive to throw away, and nothing was wrong with it. Then I got it home and I thought it was a circle, but it's more of an oval, and one side is definitely thinner than the other side, but I'm gonna make it work because I'm going to concentrate my florals on the bottom left-hand corner, which is my preferred method anyway, most of the time. I really wanted to challenge myself with this because I never buy these pre-made bushes. There's always something in there that I'm like, no, I'm not even going to use that. So I saw this one and I love these two orange peonies and these two more maroon ones. I like the orange yellow berries. I like that the purple was in there. I didn't like the purple that was in the bush. So to supplement that, I got some matching flowers from Dollar Tree. These were from Walmart. They went really well. It was like a nice bridge between the red and the orange. These are maybe from Dollar Tree. I've got some of these pumpkin stems. More pumpkin stems. I have some natural stuff off to the side that I've just kind of glazed over a little bit with some gold spray paint. And these are the grapevine balls from Dollar Tree. Now, a lot of people, when they see a wreath that I make, they say like, oh, I wish I could do that. And really all I'm doing is gluing stuff to something else, you know? Like, it's not rocket science. You do have to have a certain eye for it, but I think the biggest problem people face is that they don't know what goes together. So when I saw this bush, I was like, you could literally cut everything off of there, glue it on a wreath, and you'd be done. It's not enough for a wreath for me because I'm a little bit extra, but I wanted to go through my process of what I bought to add to it and why I bought those colors and why I bring in other colors. And normally I would be gluing these flowers into the wreath with their stems on, but I couldn't cut the stems. My hands just, they're not, they're not my friends. So I'm setting up this kind of arch around the bottom quarter of the wreath with just these big main flowers. And now I kind of have all my stuff on the side, and I want to establish more of the lines that I'm working with. So I'm putting in my longer things, my things that are going to provide a little movement. If you saw in the pictures earlier, you could see the little pumpkins waving in the wind. And I'm really just going through and adding. And I don't think you really need any instruction beyond that because you know what looks good. And if you put something down before you glue it and you look at it and it doesn't look right, you pick it up and move it. If you did glue it and you don't know what it looks like, take it off and glue it somewhere else. But I'm always a really big fan of this like diagonal lower left hand corner swirl thing, swipe, whatever you want to call it. So right now I've mostly stayed with the same kind of this orangey kind of color with the maroon burgundy kind of color. These yellow berries right here stand out. So now that I've got most of the color established, I feel more confident about putting those in right now because I feel like if I put them in earlier, that's all I would have looked at is those yellow berries because they're the brightest. They would stand out more than anything. So if you're worried about putting something like that, try putting it in later on. I'm just tucking my pine cones and my grapevine balls in any little holes just to kind of break up the monotony of just nothing but flowers and leaves. And like I said, I just kind of very lightly dusted these with some spray paint. I wasn't going to include many leaves, but I did pick some up because there were some spots showing where I didn't want them to show, like right there. And I filled in with those, and I think I go back later and add some more green. it was looking kind of monotone, and I want it to be monotone, but not completely monotone. And you can see I added those little berries and then this sprig of whatever it's supposed to be. And now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do in this hole. And I went through a lot of stuff. I went through a Dollar Tree pumpkin, the velvet pumpkin that I made, another Dollar Tree pumpkin. I attempted making a bow, but I didn't want a regular bow, so I was trying to just do some loops and some tails. And I could have put a gigantic florist bow on this and called it done, but I don't like that. I really don't like that. For me. I mean, if somebody's like, hey, will you make me a wreath with a giant bow on it? I'm like, absolutely, show me the money. But for me, if I can get away with not doing it, I'm not going to do it. So this is just sped up of me really trying to make it happen. And I am really trying to make one of those pumpkins happen. Even though the orange one is not the right color, the velvet one is too big. The brown one's too big, and that yellow one is too small, I think. I think if it would have been a bigger size, it would have worked. So now I'm just taking raffia, and I do this a lot where I just take the raffia and like tie a big bow in it. Not trying to make it perfect or anything. It's raffia, it's going to be all over the place. Then I just kind of fluffed that up and stuck it in there. And it doesn't show completely, but it's there, and the tails hang down, and it gives it a little bit of movement. There I go with the pumpkin again. I am determined to get that in there. Oh no, I'm just going to put a flower over it. Perfect. Oh, no, I want it in there one more time. It's not happening. Get it out of there. It looks like a bell pepper. So yeah, I just stuck some more flowers in there, came back, filled in a little bit more. And that's it. You're gluing stuff. So don't be afraid of making wreaths. Just go for it. You know, stick them in there before you glue them. If you want to just try anything, get the Dollar Tree stuff. Even if you're like, oh, I don't want to put the Dollar Tree flowers on my house, just buy them, work with them, figure out what your design style is, and then you can go to Hobby Lobby and be charged their astronomical, ridiculous prices. So this is it all finished, and I have some shots of the rest of it for you. I took these outside, and the light was kind of pretty, but I admit to manipulating it a little bit with Photoshop to make it even prettier. I hope you guys have a great day. If you could please remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on Instagram. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.